Hello, it is Juan Cuba of Juan Cuba Nation, and I wanted to do my video once and for all for It Gets Better. I've been thinking about everything since it first happened, since I first heard about the suicides and everything. If you guys don't know, I do a radio show usually every week, and I do it on Blog Talk Radio / Juan-Cuba. Last week I did the whole entire episode for the most part on the events that were happening and my emotions and feelings of everything. And I really just wanted to do a video because I wanted to be part of this project because it's so important to me. It's so important to countless people, to the world around us. At the avoidance of sounding sad or solemn, first off, I pay my respects in the highest regard to the families and and friends of the people who were lost due to bullying. It's heartbreaking, and it's young people who are 13 to 18, 19 or so. I think it's been, when I did the show, there was only 4 that were being talked about, and now there's 6 suicides that are being talked about. So it just keeps growing. Ellen DeGeneres called it an epidemic, and I think that she called it a crisis. I'm sorry. But she's right. This is a crisis. This is something that needs to be stopped, and it needs to be taken care of. People need education, whether it's young, old, whoever is in the hands of these people. Education is the most important thing that we can start giving out in schools and in homes. But speaking to the people who feel alone and feel like life is just miserable and need this advice more than anyone, I stand here today and I tell you, it does get better. It gets better. I can't say it loud enough. I think the idea behind this project makes perfect sense because it's so true. It gets better. And unfortunately, I was one of the people, that didn't have somebody telling me these things. And I don't know what it's like to come out as a 13-year-old. I grew up, for the most part of my younger youth, in Clewiston, Florida. Has very, very small amount of people, and racism, bullying, it's there, It's not a place where 13-year-olds come out to their parents. And you know what? Honestly, before hearing these stories, I didn't really realize that there was that many people that young that were that strong coming out to their parents. But the point in all that is saying, I've been there. I've been where you are, and I know how it feels. I know what it feels like to be joked on and you haven't done anything. Just for the way you walked, the way you talked, the way you laughed, the way you didn't fit in, the way you didn't want to do sports like the rest of people, the way you didn't watch what other people liked watching, feeling unconnected to the world around you. I was much heavier back then, and I had big poofy curly hair, believe it or not, and people started calling me Pat, which was a Saturday Night Live skit about a human being who nobody knew if he was a boy or a girl. So you can imagine the hurt that somebody would go through at that age. You guys watching have probably been there. So I just want to let you know, it does get better, and I don't mean to repeat what I've heard in other videos, but I think that the message is so right that it's worth repeating. The best revenge is sticking it out and surviving and standing taller than people would have expected you ever to stand, standing taller than you would have ever expected that you could make it. I'm 24, and I live in Miami Beach, and I live a wonderful life. I have a very successful job, a career that I've started. I still go to school. I have a lot of fun. I have a lot of friends. And at the end of the day, I kind of wish I had those people telling me, hey, it gets better. Because it would have been nice to know. So young, when you were crying in your room and doing what you had to do to make it day by day. But don't give up. Don't give up, guys. Because I guarantee you, there's a reason why there's over 1,000 videos for It Gets Better. There's a reason why people are starting other campaigns like Love is Louder. Thank you to the celebrities who have sounded out. who have really spoken out about this and have really started trying to do their part in making a difference. But I think the most important voice is from people who've been there, people who really get you. Juan Cuba is my name, okay? Juan Cuba Nation is what I established, and the goal behind it, it's a page on Facebook, okay? The link is in the sidebar. What the point of that was, for no one to ever feel alone. It doesn't matter if you're gay, straight, transgender, bi, confused. I don't care what you are. You're a human being in this life, and I want to connect with you. And I have over 2,000 people, and there's a million more out there that I want to start joining, and I want to start seeing and hearing from you. It's all about love and compassion and being there for each other through this life and through these hard times. I want you to stand with me. I want to stand with you. I want you to never feel alone, because I don't feel alone, because I know there's people like you who are hugging my spirit back every single day. I do the radio show for the same point. It's all about knowing that we can all coexist and we can all go on as long as we have each other, as long as we keep pushing. And I'll say it again, it gets better, guys. It gets so much better. And you're in for the ride of your life. Is life easy? No. None of it's easy. Not then, not now, and probably not later on either. Is there always going to be problems? Absolutely. Is there always going to be bullies? Probably so. But as time goes by, you get stronger, smarter, and you have more spirit and more build-up to make it through, guys. So don't give up. Don't ever feel alone. Reach out to someone who you need, if you need, when you need. Whether it's on my page, Juan Cuba Nation on Facebook, whether it's through the Trevor Project, whether it's through a hotline in your local area, whether it's in your school, there are people who care, guys. You're not alone, and it gets better. I love you guys. I love you, Gabby, on the MTV TJ for doing such a big role. I love you, Brittany Snow, for doing yours with love is larger. I love you, Ellen. I love you, Bette Midler, and countless other people that have really stood up to say it gets better, because it does, guys. So smile. And on my final note, know that God loves you. You are His child. You are. You really are. And for those people who are telling you you're not, and telling you you're doing something wrong, just understand they are the ones who have the problem, and they are the ones who are wrong for judging and hating another one of their brothers and sisters in this life. But know that there are pastors, there are groups, and there are organizations that you can get into that will remind you and tell you every day just how much we love you. I love you guys. Mwah. God bless. And we'll talk soon. Bye.